What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the next episode of my YouTube channel. I am back here in Southside. I am back in Nashville, and I'm already ready to start my training and my prep for the Rogue Invitational 2023. But I thought today would be really interesting to go over kind of my experience in Cardiff with Giants Live, the Deadlift World Championships, and the Strongman Open. Had an amazing time out there. It's always fun going out there lifting weights with my friends, but this competition was very important to me for a couple of different reasons. Last year, I ended up having a medical emergency that forced me to pull out after the second event, so I wasn't able to complete the show, and I did not deadlift 1,000 pounds. I wasn't able to get it past my, I would say past like my mid quad. Stalled there and ended up dropping it all the way back down to the ground. So all in all, bad experience for me. I had kind of a lackluster history. So I really wanted to come into this competition and redeem myself. I wanted to come in strong. I wanted to come in motivated. I came in, I dominated. I showed why I'm one of the best in the entire world, and I racked up another gold win, making me a 5-time Giants Live champion. I'm very proud and happy to say that. A lot of hard work went into it. So let's get into it. First event was the max deadlift. I knew going into this, with the way that my prep was going, the way that my body was feeling, everything was feeling strong, everything was on point. I knew 1,000 pounds was going to fall. I knew it. So the opening weight, 400 kilos, 881 pounds. Went out there, absolute smoke show. Just blew it completely out of the water. I even pulled it so fast that it actually pulled me off balance, so you can see me take a little log with it. The next jump was 430 kilos. I believe that's about 950 pounds, give or take, and walked out there. It wasn't as fast as I would have liked, but it's also the fastest that I've ever pulled 950 pounds, and there was very minimal hitching, so I will take that. And then the time came. 1,000 pounds loaded up onto the bar, 455 kilograms. Oh, that was fucking heavy. I wanted to give a personal shout out to Luke Stoltman. He helped me so much. He helped me get into my suit. Mark Felix also helped me get into my suit. But Luke, he was hyping me up. He was in my ear before I walked out there. He gave me my fucking signature back slap, and it got me in the right mindset to go in, latch onto the bar, and just attack. Give it everything that I had. I'm not going to defend it. It was super ugly. It was not the prettiest deadlift in the world by any means, but this is strongman. It's all about just being able to lift it, and that's what I did. Deadlifting 1,000 pounds, ticking that box, moving on. It ended up being great points too, because I believe the only other person to pull 1,000 pounds was Rauno Heimla, who was doing the full competition. And yeah, that was really good points, tying for first and moving into the next event, which was the Circus Dumbbell Medley. Circus Dumbbell, as you guys know, is a notoriously good event for me. I'm very fluid with my movement. I'm very strong and explosive, and my technique is relatively on point. So good event for me, good points for me. I think I ended up coming in third because I wasn't able to get the last dumbbell, but I was the fastest with the 4 prior dumbbells, starting at, I believe, 80 kilograms and finishing at 120 kilograms. What had happened on the fifth one, I was just maybe a little bit too excited. Everything was feeling good, strong, and fast. So made a little tiny bit of a rookie mistake, and I rushed it. That was on me. That was my fault. And I wasn't able to get the press, unfortunately. But still, not bad points. I think I was behind one of the new guys from Poland and then Luke Stoltman. And going into that event, I was already in first place. Third place in that event, I stayed in first place in overall points. So I was able to go almost last in the next event, which was the wheelbarrow loading race. There are 3 implements. There was an anvil, there was a tire, there was a sandbag. We had to load them all into a wheelbarrow and then roll the wheelbarrow right across the line. Another very good event for me. I'm very fast for my size. I'm quick on my feet, and I'm very good at manipulating and maneuvering inanimate objects and dead weight. So I knew this was also going to be a very good event for me. I ended up taking second overall by 0.02 of a second to Luke Stoltman. It was a great run for me. I was flying. I was super fast. And Luke was going after me because he did better on the circus dumbbell. He was the last group. And I remember walking off the competition floor, and I looked at him, and I said, now go out there and beat my time. I didn't fucking mean go out there and actually beat my time. I just wanted you to do well. But I'm kidding. But he ended up getting 2/100ths of a second faster than me on that. So that's how it works. Sometimes strongman, it is as close as that. That's why they say when you're training strongman, train intense, because every second counts. That cannot be more true. So I ended up taking second in that, and then we went on to the wrecking ball hold. But because of overall points, I was still maintaining my lead in first place. The fourth event, the wrecking ball hold, I believe it was 270 kilograms, give or take. So very, very heavy. It was kind of like the World's Strongest Man 2022 wrecking ball setup, but done a little bit better. Overall, a very, very taxing event, I would say. A lot of people, it's kind of, you don't really understand how taxing this event is until you do it yourself, because on face value, you look at it and it's just a grip event. It's testing how long you can hold on, which is true, but what you're not seeing is all of the fire and acid buildup in your lower back, your glutes, and your hamstrings while you're maintaining this hold. This event hurts. But grip is something that I'm notoriously good for. It was something that I was going into pretty confident, and I ended up taking the win over Evans Nana, I believe, took second place, one of the newer guys to the circuit. Very, very nice guy. Very easy to talk to. Shout out to him, too. He ended up taking second. I took first in that event. I got to, I think the time to beat was 69 seconds, and I got 75 and then put it down. But I had, let's just say it, I had plenty more in the tank. I already known that I'd won the event because I was the last group to go. I had the longest time, so, of everybody competing in the competition. So I dropped it. I could have gone longer, but I decided to leave it, wanted to be smart. And then the Miracle Man, Mark Felix, 59, 65, 72 years old, however the fuck old he is now. He comes out, and then he smashes my 75 seconds. I believe he did anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds longer than me, which gives him another grip world record. So congratulations to Mark Felix, the Miracle Man, defying genetics, time, and pretty much everything else involved with aging. Not to mention, a side note, back in the locker room, he came back to the locker room without a shirt on, and I looked at him right into his face, and I said, dude, you're not allowed to be that fucking old and look the way that you do, because he looks like an off-season bodybuilder, and it's not fucking fair. It makes all the other guys in the back uncomfortable. So, Mark, put a fucking shirt on. Going into the last event, I had such a commanding lead. I believe I had a 12.5 point lead over Luke Stoltman, who was in second. And it was literally impossible for me to lose this competition. Going into the fifth event, I had already won. I've never been in that position before. I was over the moon. I was so excited. You never get used to the guy in charge of wrangling the strong men. You never get used to him coming backstage and saying, you won. It's just a feeling that you can't recreate. It's not a feeling that ever dulls or goes away. It just means so much to me, because this is everything that I have, and it was amazing. I decided to pull a pro move and try to be a little bit smarter, so I ended up going into the stones with the intention of doing one stone and leaving it. I believe it was only 120 kilos, something like that. So I loaded it onto the platform, looked at the judge, and when I'm done, and then I went over, and then I cheered on Luke Stoltman, while he did his stones, and yeah, I ended up taking the win. Overall, it was me, and then it was Gavin Bilden in second, and then Shane Flowers in third, all qualifying for the World's Strongest Man next year. Super happy for Gavin being able to podium in his hometown. Super happy for Shane for being able to come back and come back healthy, come back strong, and get his way onto his first Giants Live podium. And yeah, it was all overall a great experience. I had so much fun. I pretty much solidified in my mind. I shut a lot of people up, and I solidified that I am one of the best in the entire world consistently. A healthy Evan is a very dangerous Evan. So, very, very proud of that show. Very happy with my result. And now that the dust has settled, it's already on to the next one. We've got one more big show, and then we have the Strongest Nations in the World by Giants Live in November. So let's get to work and never stop fighting. If you liked the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, T-Rex Kingdom, baby.